Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Madison Carmouche. We begin this evening with a breaking news alert. A man suspected of murder in Ironton, Ohio has been spotted in Lawrence County, Kentucky. Ironton police say a murder warrant was issued for David Maynard, and he is considered to be armed and dangerous.
Ironton police say they quickly identified Maynard after his stepfather was found shot and killed, and his ex-girlfriend was found tied up when police arrived to the 2600 block of 3rd South Street Friday.
We quickly found out and identified the suspect.
Kentucky troopers say Maynard fled from Lawrence County, Ohio into Lawrence County, Kentucky, where he was spotted in Louisa. Troopers say he abducted a woman and drove her car, let that woman go, then abducted another woman and began driving her car Saturday, believed to be a dark-colored sedan. Troopers have not released the names of the women. They say the second woman that was abducted has not been found. That is all after Ironton police say Maynard's stepfather, Donald Wood, was found shot and killed. Warrants have been issued against Maynard for the murder in Lawrence County, Ohio.
39-year-old female was tied up using cords, and they cut her loose, proceeded to clear the rest of the house, and they found a 78-year-old male deceased.
Police say he was not supposed to be in possession of a gun because of previous convictions. Out of Ohio, he is wanted on several charges, including murder, kidnapping, tampering with evidence, and a few others. The Wildcats were back in action at Kroger Field, taking on an opponent close to home. And both communities came together in support of something that, for the Commonwealth, hits close to home. WYMT's Jack Demler has more from Lexington.
Two teams separated by 30 miles met at Kroger Field tonight for an Interstate Week 2 matchup.
It's really exciting just to have that in-state people come in and play. It just gives a little more, even though it's not a rivalry, it kind of gives a little more feeling to the game.
A game that sees many families divided.
Divided, yes.
How's that?
Well,
she's an Eastern graduate. She graduated graduate school from Eastern, so.
Always been a Cats fan, though.
And I was too, but I got to pull for my school. Eastern Kentucky University meant a lot to me for my life. It made me have the quality of life that I have now. So I love Eastern, and that's why I'm wearing the maroon today.
And even siblings splitting sides.
I have family that goes to EKU right now, so there's always a little bit of that camaraderie between me and my sister. She goes there.
But tonight, both fan bases gathered for something bigger than the game.
I can't say enough about Roy Kidd and what he means to people in Richmond. And I appreciate UK fans respecting him as well. I think he's respected statewide for what he's accomplished, and people in Richmond, of course, revere him like no other.
The Colonels and the Wildcats honored College Football Hall of Fame coach Roy Kidd with special helmet decals, honoring a man that is well known by an entire state.
And just being able to honor him and be a part of that it's a really cool experience.
Who left an everlasting impact.
And just how much he meant to EKU, to Madison County, to Richmond. To me, to my family, and to the state of Kentucky football. I love this game. And Coach loves this game. All the things that man's done for this state is incredible.
In Lexington, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
We will have highlights from that game later on tonight. Starting on the first Thursday after Labor Day is the Knott County Gingerbread Festival. Thousands of people made their way to the festival to ride carnival rides, enjoyed food and music, but most importantly, to celebrate the resilience of the county. There was no festival last year due to the damages of the July 2022 flood. Co-chair of the festival's board of directors, Melody Robinson, says they were happy to bring back the festival this year. She says the support from the community means a lot.
Coming together, people just come in and say, what can we do to help you? How can we make this good again? How can we come back? And we appreciate that so much. We just had an outpouring of people that's helped us come together to help us, and I just think people are coming back.
Robinson says hosting this festival again brings a sense of normalcy following the flood. And Neon Days took place this weekend for the first time since the July 2022 flood. Main Street was packed for the festival, and the mayor of Neon, Ricky Burke, said it has been a slow process to get back to where the city is now, but feels everyone is ready to get back together with the community.
Everybody was shut up during COVID and couldn't get out. They couldn't wait to get out, and then we had the flood. So now they're just pouring out everywhere. Everybody's excited to get out and mingle with one another. And, it's been a while since everybody's been able to do that.
Okay.
Burke also says the city received FEMA funds following the flood to do some projects throughout the city to continue to move forward and keep hosting events like Neon Days. The Kentucky River region of Operation Christmas Child hosted its Project Leader Workshop. WYMT's RJ Johnson was there and shows why organizations like this make a difference despite obstacles in the past.
Organization leaders gathered to participate in the Operation Christmas Child workshop as September marks the start of a busy season for the group.
Then now these leaders will go back to their churches and organizations and get ready to pack shoeboxes throughout October and November, getting ready for National Collection Week, November 13th through the 20th.
Kentucky River Area Coordinator Carlton Hughes says the project is simple, yet it can make an impact.
Operation Christmas Child is a wonderful missions project, and it's very easy. You can go to any kind of discount store or Walmart or the dollar store, and it's almost like a missions trip, but because you're buying items for boxes that are going to go around the world.
He says the past couple of years haven't been the easiest for them when it comes to collecting boxes.
In 2021, when I took over as the area coordinator of the region, we had the highest incidence of COVID in the United States, and so we didn't have a normal year then. And then last year, late July, when we were really trying to kick in and to start planning for this event, that's when the flood happened.
Hughes says they were able to overcome that, but he says he is looking forward to this year in hopes of bringing back a sense of normalcy.
And we're just excited for what's going to happen this year. We really feel like with the, not everybody's recovered from the flood, and we're just really hoping that God will show up again and we'll get a lot of shoeboxes to bless more children around the world.
In Whitesburg, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Hughes says they will have drop-off centers across the region. For more information, you can visit our website at WYMT.com. The Harlan County Shrine Club hosted their second challenge and fun event earlier today at the Shrine Club Fairgrounds. Kids with special needs were able to participate in different games like beanbag toss, basketball, frisbee toss, and putt-putt golf. Lonnie Hill, president of the Shrine Club, says there is nothing like this in the region for kids with special needs, and they need to be recognized as well.
I want to get kids from anywhere in the state that wants to come. I want to fill this place up so kids will know these kids is not forgotten.
Hill also says that it does not matter if there is a 100 or 5 kids. They will still host the event. They say if it impacts the life of just one, it's all worth it. The club plans to host the event next year as well. We will be right back.
Did you hear about the wireless plan with no credit check?
No contracts, but tons of great features.
It's Forward Pay with Appalachian Wireless.
Deals start as low as $19.99 per month for unlimited talk and text and no long-term commitment.
Use your own device or ask about deals on the latest and greatest devices. Some as much as $250 off.
Forward Pay on the region's best network.
Because we are you. We are
Appalachian Wireless.
See AppalachianWireless.com for terms and conditions.
You see the worst of the worst in this job, but I do it to bring justice for victims and help them move on with their lives. When a woman or girl becomes pregnant from rape, the trauma is unimaginable. Daniel Cameron thinks a 9-year-old rape survivor should be forced to give birth. Nobody, no child, should ever have to go through that. Cameron believes rapists deserve more rights than their victims. That's extreme. and it's dangerous.
Every new Toyota is built for you.
Your adventure, your commute.
Your style, your comfort, your choice.
Now, during Toyota's Truck and SUV Month, choose from our extensive lineup of the longest-lasting vehicles out there.
Like the best-selling Tacoma, as comfortable off the road as it is on.
Now get 3.99 APR financing on a rugged new Tacoma, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Toyota Truck and SUV Month. The choice is yours. Toyota, let's go places.
Shop 11 Castle locations or thecastlejewelry.com.
The men and women who served our country make a terrific asset to any business or workplace that hires them. So if you're an employer or business owner, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. It's a great way to thank them for the service. To learn more, call this number or visit saluteheroes.org.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Been an active night across the mountains as we see here over the last 6 hours. We're continuing to track again some rain right now across the region. We still have some ongoing minor flooding going on in parts of Bell County tonight. But again, the rain's starting to kind of fizzle out. It was going strong there. Remember yesterday, and then of course, I believe on Thursday too, I highlighted the area if you drew an invisible line from Louisa down to Barberville, and that's exactly where it was. That south. Of course, we see this evening on live pinpoint Doppler radar. The rain still going in some areas, but winding down for a lot of folks trying to move out of Bell County. So they've basically got that flash flood warning just for a few more minutes, about 15 minutes to 11:30. Still have some active flooding going on down there. A heavier pocket of rain near Harlan, just to the west of Harlan, just to the south of Manchester there, and to the east of Barberville right now. Current conditions downtown Somerset. Not too much rain down that way today, but we've had some severe thunderstorm warnings. We've had some flash flood warnings. We've had some flood advisories, mainly for our neighbors along the border counties. And you see there, even tonight, just after 11 o'clock, 70 degrees still in Manchester, 70 in Somerset, close to it there in London and Williamsburg, and then over toward Hazard, Jackson, up to Pikeville, a little bit cooler, 66, 61 in Clintwood, 64 in Jonesville. Forecast overnight, low to mid 60s out there. It all depends on how fast those clouds clear out. It'll be probably 64 if we can get those clouds cleared out fast enough. Same thing in the Kentucky River and up into the Big Sandy as we head through the overnight hours. Just kind of keep an eye on it there. It's going to be a fairly foggy morning out there potentially as well. This is the front that kind of stalled off and had a little bit of a wave of energy behind it there. That's what caused some of this rain to kind of move the opposite direction of the way as it typically moves. It kind of came in from the south instead of going from the west to east and then from the northwest to the southeast. So this front is kind of stuck right there, pushing back some of this at us. It's going to give us a problem again tomorrow. Now, here's a disclaimer. Models don't handle systems like this very well, so just kind of keep that in mind. As we go into the overnight hours and early tomorrow, we could have a few sprinkles there early tomorrow morning, but otherwise I think we're going to hold the rain off until later in the day. Now this model, again, just like yesterday, I was talking about today, draw that invisible line again from Louisa to basically, let's call it Williamsburg at this point, and south, points south and east. Now this model doesn't pick up on that pretty much, but I think we're going to have a similar situation to today, tomorrow in the evening hours, so just kind of keep an eye out for that. By Monday morning, things should start to dry out, maybe a few clouds linger into Monday, and then after that we get a brief break there with just a few stray chances for some sprinkles there as we head into Monday night. Rain chances the next few days. We do have another cold front on the way there by Tuesday. Again, heaviest rain trying to stay off to the kind of east there, and that was the one we were tracking for Wednesday yesterday. It's sped up just a little bit now. Tuesday, I think we start to get out of it there as we head into your Wednesday. But again, after that, next 6 to 10 days, a little bit drier. So we're going to keep watching that and keep you posted. Your Community Trust Bank 7-day forecast for the weekend's always in view. Look at that, 180 for a daytime high there on Monday. After that, a fall fill in the air as we head toward the middle and end of the week. We'll be right back.
For residential auctions, it's Ford Brothers Auctioneers.
We all can bring more jobs in Kentucky. That's why I'm working hard to bring more jobs here. Companies big and small are setting up all over Kentucky, revitalizing communities and creating thousands of good-paying jobs. Over 46,000 more jobs than we had before COVID. Unemployment has never been lower, and we've helped hundreds of businesses launch or expand. This is Kentucky's future. Our economy is on fire. Let's keep it going.
Your health matters. At Home Place Clinic, it's our priority. HIV risks are real, and knowing your status is crucial. PrEP is a pill that can prevent the transmission of HIV. It's been a game changer in reducing the risk. Call us for your appointment today.
Mountain Comprehensive Care Center's Home Place Clinic provides primary medical care in eastern and central Kentucky. To find your nearest Home Place Clinic, visit homeplaceclinic.org. Join the fight. Together we can end HIV.
Why is this man so happy? He's got Advantage Checking from Community Trust Bank. CTB's got him covered with credit monitoring and identity theft protection, cellular phone replacement and repair, roadside assistance service, and travel and leisure discounts. And with his Advantage Plus interest checking, he'll never pay a CTB ATM fee no matter where he uses it. So be happy. Get Advantage Checking from Community Trust Bank.
It's Toyota Truck and SUV month, and with more to choose from than anyone else.
Your new Toyota will have you ready for anything.
Ready for a family adventure. Ready for a night out.
Your Toyota, your choice.
Now, during Toyota's Truck and SUV month, get 3.99 APR financing on the new, aggressively sophisticated Toyota Highlander.
Or 4.99 APR financing on this electrified Highlander hybrid. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Toyota Truck and SUV month. The choice is yours.
Toyota, let's go places.
Download Investigate TV for your Roku and Amazon Fire devices.
WYMT First Alert Weather, sponsored by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
The debate around age limits for politicians reignited this summer after several awkward public moments involving elected officials. It has Americans wondering if there's a minimum age to serve, why should there not be a maximum age as well? Josh Rottenberg takes a closer look.
I know I'm 198 years old.
The crowd laughed in June when 80-year-old Joe Biden, the oldest serving president in American history, joked about his age. But recent instances with older lawmakers have Americans concerned, like 81-year-old Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell freezing during news conferences.
And a string of, that's it.
And then there's 90-year-old Senator Dianne Feinstein, who had to be told how to vote in a committee meeting in July.
Yeah, just say aye. Okay, just aye.
Recent polls show most Americans think the age of politicians is no joke. A CBS News poll said 3 in 4 people want a maximum age limit for elected officials. In that sample, 40% say that limit should be 70 years old. Also, a Pew Research Center survey revealed about half of Americans believe the ideal age of a president is someone in their 50s.
It's an understandable impulse when you see somebody struggle to communicate and struggle to do the job because perhaps of their age.
Georgetown University's Dr. Hans Noel emphasizes only lawmakers and the president can place a formal age limit on themselves.
The thing about being young is that eventually young people become not so young people and eventually become the old people who you'd be shutting out.
Yet Columbia University's Dr. John Rowe says age is a poor predictor of future behavior because people don't age the same way.
To pick an age is arbitrary. But the fact that we have established those age eligibility markers does not carry over to this concept of evaluating people's fitness to play these varied roles.
The Constitution sets minimum ages to serve in federal office. 25 years old in the House and 30 in the Senate. A president must be 35. Now, Michigan Republican Congressman John James has proposed a bill to set an upper limit on representatives, senators, and presidents at 75. In Washington, I'm Josh Rottenberg.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Nate Johnson and Armando Berry will have highlights and scores from across the mountains next on ARH Sports Overtime. Have a great evening.
No gear, no plan, no problem. MacGyver.
Everything Breaks is a new kind of auto protection plan that gives you more. You gotta have a protection plan, or you'll be paying the huge costs of auto repair on your own. Some plans charge you $150 a month, but for less than $1 a day, Everything Breaks can protect you from crippling auto repair bills that you can't afford. Call the number on your screen now for a no-obligation quote.
I like Everything Breaks because they have lots of different plans. It's really affordable, and they have really good customer service.
Everything Breaks also includes 24-hour roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental cars. With our loyalty program, you can earn rewards like free oil changes and brake pads. Everything Breaks covers more than cars, so act now, and coverage for your smartphone will be included free. That's auto and phone protection for one low price. It's only a matter of time until something breaks, so don't wait. Call now to join the millions of satisfied customers and start saving thousands on your repair bills.
Call 800-935-0994 or visit everythingbreaks.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Hsu with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Watching your child develop new skills is exciting, but parents get concerned when a child doesn't do something by a certain age. Your pediatrician will ask questions to make sure your baby is on track. Some warning signs are a toddler who doesn't make eye contact, respond to his name, or begin to form words. Catching problems early is the best way for your child to improve his skills. For more, visit healthychildren.org and talk with your pediatrician.
Hello, I'm Neil Middleton with an important message for high school seniors in the 13th, 14th, and 15th regions. The WYMT Mountain Classic Committee is accepting applications for this year's Mountain Classic Scholarships, Ralph Gabbard Scholarship, and the Tony Turner Memorial Scholarship. Scholarships are awarded based on financial need, ACT scores, and community involvement. Contact your school's guidance counselor today. The deadline to apply is September 22nd. Good luck.
Cat's Corner, sponsored by Gutterworks.
What's going on, Mountain family? Hello and welcome to ARH Sports Overtime. I am Armando Berry.
And I'm Nate Johnson. We have a lot to go over today. We got Kentucky, EKU, other great college games, and, of course, a recap of Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. Lots of great games to enjoy. So let's go ahead and head out to Lexington for our biggest matchup of the night. In our Cats Corner, sponsored by Gutterworks, here is tonight's intrastate matchup between the Kentucky Wildcats and the EKU Colonels. There you go. See some excited fans. Big turnout at Kroger Field. Let's go ahead and go later on to the first. Parker McKinney, he'll scramble, keeps this thing going. It was not a pretty first half for the Wildcats as Parker McKinney will go ahead and score, and 7-0 early. Hard to believe EKU's up that much. Here we go, first quarter still. A Devin Leary dart to Anthony Brown Stevens, but a Colonel defender right there to meet him. Here will be Leary again. He will get sacked on this play. Not too great for UK, having some trouble by Albert Nunes. EKU up still 7-0. Here it's going to be Maxwell Hairston with the interception to turn the ball over back to Kentucky, but that would not lead to any scoring for UK. Very disappointing. Ball back with the Colonels, but not for long. J.J. Weaver gets the sack, pulls the QB down. Nice play defensively for UK. It took nearly the whole first half for Kentucky to score. With under a minute to go, Leary finds Tavion Robinson in the end zone. Solid catch there by the wide receiver to tie this game up at 7 going into the halftime. Finally, but UK would pull this win out 28-7 at Kroger Field, and it would be a tale of two halves.
Yeah, it sure was a tale of two halves. 28-17, the final there. And let's check up with WYMT's Brian Milam, who had more from Lexington.
Kentucky wins 28-17, but yet again, another slow start. And you can credit EKU with a lot of the problems the offense was having in the first half. Now, the turning point in this game doesn't come from offense or defense. It came from the special teams. Barryon Brown back to field a punt. And Walt Wells did not want the ball going to him, and he was adamant about it. He talked about that play after the game.
Yeah, that's my fault. We got to do a better job of coaching and communicating. I wanted to waste the time there. I wanted to run it down. They had no timeouts left. I was going to run it down to one, call a timeout. Still was supposed to punt it out of bounds, and It's funny. You go to practice and they put them out of bounds all day, and you come out here and they kick it right down the damn middle. And I shouldn't say that. My mom will be mad. But so we kicked it straight to Barry on, and he made sure he told me about it after the game.
They're just being a ball player, trying to put your team in the best position to win. So that was a great one.
Big difference between being down 7-0 and tied 7-7. That was the momentum changer in the game, because in the second half, Devin Leary started picking apart the EKU defense, but it was also the ground game with Tavion Robinson and Barryon Brown, which opened up the passes.
Yeah, I mean, he just made a play with his legs, honestly. That puts a lot of stress on the defense, that with different motions, you can't just always time up play actions or certain runs or certain passing concepts that, if you could give a little flip to a guy like Tavion and he takes it the way that he did today, I mean, puts a lot of stress on the defense and forces them to defend a lot of different things.
EKU was embarrassed by Cincinnati in week 1. Again, it's the third straight time EKU has come into this building and given the Wildcats all they wanted.
They tested us, and they got guys that can test you probably better than the ones we played last week. But, we were there. We got deeper than the deepest. We did some things, and we're able to punch the ball out at times. And so I was really proud of the improvement. We have to turn around and make that same improvement this week.
Mark Stoops called it a complimentary ball game. When one side wasn't doing the job, the other side did, and Kentucky now improves to 2-0 on the season.
Thanks, Brian. And Kentucky will be back in action versus Akron next Saturday, back at Kroger. Kick for that one set for 7:30 p.m. Cats, though, go to 2-0 on the season. And next week, the Colonels will have their home opener at Roy Kidd Stadium against Western Carolina. Kickoff for that one set at 6 p.m.
All right, and here's a game that started a bit similar to the one today in Lexington. Are there any Vols fans in the house? Let's go down to Knoxville, number 9 Tennessee, hosting Austin Peay. Just a few hours south of us at Neyland Stadium, first quarter, 4th and 2. Mike DeLillo, he'll just bob and weave and march down 45 yards for a first down for the Governors. Way to make something shake for that away team. Here, the Governors, they settle for a field goal later in the first, up 3-0. Tennessee punts this ball, but it is muffed by the guy back. It's recovered by Tennessee at the Governors 13. Nice play to get the Vols hyped up. Here, jump to the second quarter, 6-3 Austin Peay leads. Jabari Small runs it straight up the middle for the Vols to move the chains and score that touchdown. Nice tie to 6. Later in the third and goal, he'll find Joe Milton takes it himself all the way, and he'll score for Austin Peay. Nice play for them. And then finally here in the fourth, Vols up. Mike DeLillo, this is going to be Tennessee. They just take it all the way and score it. Nice play for them. And Tennessee, they will take this one at Neyland Stadium 30-13. And on Thursday, the Louisville Cardinals hosted Murray State in their 2023 home opener. And hey, how about Jamari Thrash giving the Cards something to cheer about on the 12-yard rushing score? Here we go. Nice, got to get hyped up for that one. Cards opening the season up well. Brown, this one, diving in for that touchdown. Give the Cards another touchdown until later in the game. Got to kiss the fans for that one.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And later in the game, Jake Plummer finds a thrashing and dashing Jamari Thrash. Hey, do not call him. He's got reservations for 6. Straight into the end zone, moving those legs. And here, Louisville will win big, 56-0. And here we go with the scores in the SEC. Texas, maybe even the game of the night. They beat Alabama 34-24.
In Tuscaloosa, I'm sure Cameron Aaron not too happy about that one. Ball State loses to Georgia 45-3. The Dogs barking against Ball State there.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Tulane, not quite enough to beat Ole Miss. They get the win 37-20.
Hey, how about Vanderbilt? Tough loss for them. They lose 36-20 in their first loss of the season.
Anchored down no more. Well, a crazy day of college football so far, but we are far from finished.
That is right. And when we come back, we'll take you through the rest of college football around the area.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Today, women with nighttime urinary incontinence don't have to wake up wet. Introducing the PureWick system, an innovative breakthrough system for managing female urinary incontinence at night.
Morning, Mom. Good morning. How did you sleep? Better, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, good.
The PureWick system works outside the body to draw urine away, helping to keep skin dry and control odor. The PureWick system is a non-invasive option for management of moderate to severe urinary incontinence, helping to reduce the need for multiple changes at night or trips to the bathroom. Now, staying dry can be one less thing to lose sleep over.
Simply call 800-208-1498 to order now and find out why 9 out of 10 caregivers and users would recommend the PureWick system. For more information and to order, call 800-208-1498. That's 800-208-1498.
Welcome to the big leagues, where our go-kart all-stars take personal shopping to the next level. They always bring their A game, so you get groceries carefully selected specifically for you. These are passionate professionals, ensuring every fruit and vegetable, every cut of meat is exactly the way you like it. This is plump. That is juicy. And this is lean. Order Go-Kart curbside pickup online for personal shopping at the highest level.
After a close 37-35 win in Week 1, the Morehead State Eagles are down in Macon, Georgia for their first road test of the year. To Georgia we go. Here we go, Mercer QB Carter Peavy on the keeper there, and he'll score all the way for the Mercer Bears, 7-0, leading over Morehead State. And just keeping it going, got to celebrate that one. And then Peavy, he's going to load up and find Mercer's Denton Harper, launches this ball for a 50-yard reception. Just having a tough time with the Morehead State secondary. And then later on, Mercer's going to cap off a drive with an Al Wooten rushing touchdown, 14-6, and score that ball. Here we go. And then keeping the lead with them, 14-6, Morehead QB Carter Craven's 24-yard pass to Kyle Daly. That will be a nice touchdown for them. 2-point is no good. Cuts this game 14-12. And then Cravens, here we go, again with the QB keeper, and he will find his way into the red zone. Brings Morehead close, but they will have to settle for a field goal. Nathan Hazlitt, he's going to connect from 22 yards out. His third field goal of the night cuts this lead even closer. Morehead up 15-14 over Mercer. But before the half, Al Wooten from Mercer, he just punched this in for the Bears to put them back up front. He just pounds his way in there. Mercer, they go into the half up 21-15. Moving on in this game in the fourth quarter, Mercer is up big, 48-22 over Morehead State. And in the Pats' next game, they will host Reinhardt University at home. Kickoff for that one, Union College playing the University of the Cumberlands in the middle of the second quarter. They are up 7-0 over the Patriots. And in the Pats' next game, they will host Reinhardt University at home. Kick is Saturday at 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, that Union game getting delayed a little bit, little rain action. But U-Pike was at the number 21 ranked Georgetown College. The Bears looking for a bounce-back game after that close loss to the Cumberlands last week. Over in Georgetown, another in-state battle between the number 21 Tigers and U-Pike. Let's go third quarter. Gehrig Sloniker finds Jacob Ians. His only reception was a touchdown. Georgetown takes a 28-7 lead over the Bears. On to the fourth. Isaiah Cobb hits the sideline, gets past the pylon, the 10-yard rush. That'll make it 35-7 Tigers as he dives on in and gets in. No quitting U-Pike, though. Xavier Malone dives on the goal line there, gets the touchdown, but the Tigers remain unbeaten. 35-14 the final in Toyota Stadium. And U-Pike will be back this Saturday when they host Faulkner University out of Alabama. Kickoff is set for 12:30 in Pikeville and over in Virginia. UVA got beat up a little bit, losing 37-0 against Thomas More. The Cavaliers just having a tough time moving the ball and getting into the end zone in that one. The Cavs won in week 1, though, over Union, so they go to 1-1 now on the year. And UVA will be back this Saturday as well. Kickoff in Norton set for 4 p.m. versus an undefeated Bulldog team. And, you know, we're wishing our best to our man, Austin. We miss you, but we know you're doing big things over there at UVA-wise. A lot of college teams to be excited about.
What college team are you excited about?
You know, Texas beating Alabama. Kind of crazy. No. And Wisconsin lost today, and that's a heartbreaker a little bit to Washington State. That quarterback for Washington State, though, he's good. What about you, though? Anybody?
I have no ties to this team, but it's exciting to see Colorado. And it's crazy because they were just 1-11 last season, and now they're just the stars of the college football season, and it's really, really amazing. But, hey, don't go anywhere. When we return, we will recap some of the best games from yesterday's Friday Night Lights.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for my friends at Total Pharmacy Care. In a game of football, you've got special teams who do one particular job, and they've got to do it perfectly. That's the team at Total Pharmacy. They concentrate 100% on filling your prescriptions, making sure your questions are answered, and in a timely manner. Tell your doctor you want your prescription filled by the special team at Total Pharmacy. Locations in Pikeville, Martin, Prestonsburg, Johns Creek, Belfry, and Phelps. Total Pharmacy Care, it's not just a name, it's a promise.
Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. While covering some of the great sports teams in Eastern Kentucky, staying connected is a must. With Appalachian Wireless, I can go from Pike to Pulaski and Breathitt to Bell counties and always know I was connected to the coaches on the region's best network.
Right now, get a Samsung S23. Save $350.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing a commercial for Appalachian Wireless. I know, they're great.
Clogged gutters? Call the pros at Gutterworks. Gutter maintenance protects your foundation, prevents water damage, flooding, erosion, and preserves your landscape. Whether you're a seasoned homeowner or first-time buyer, say goodbye to the hassle and dangers of cleaning gutters yourself. Gutterworks experts can efficiently and safely clean your existing gutters, removing debris, or install a new gutter system that meets your exact needs. Protect your home from the elements. Call Gutterworks today for a free estimate.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
WYMT Mountain Sports, sponsored by ARH Orthopedic. Keep moving, keep living.
Hey guys, busy night yesterday, and one of the biggest games was out in Pulaski County.
That's right, a Mountain Top 10 matchup, but more so than that, a meaningful game for the Maroons after the passing of beloved teammate Andrew Dotson, who would have been a senior this year. The Maroons had a tough night versus the Red Hounds, falling 43-0, and they dropped to 1-3 this season. A young team this year out in Pulaski, but plenty of season left. Corbin dominated this one 43-0. For Tom Greer and company, they moved to 3-0 on the season, and Greer talked about a couple things he was pleased with after last night's win.
The 43 was good. Felt like that offensively did a nice job. As usual, Cade did a good job leading us, getting the ball into the right guy's hands, and then we had some big runs off the edge. Defensively, we got turned up a little bit. They gashed us a little bit up inside, and we got to correct that. But anytime you can come here and play and win, it's good.
We had another big Mountain Top 10 matchup last night. Southwestern on the road against Belfry. The Warriors walked away with their first win of the season, and, I mean, they were due. A couple of tough losses to some good teams. They took care of business last night, winning 27-20, and I got to say, I called this one. I had the feeling the Warriors were going to come back and win this game, and with that, they get their first win of the season and give Belfry their second loss on the year.
Now, let's take a closer look at our ARH game of the week between Hazard and Letcher Central. Unfortunately, we were not able to run highlights on Friday Sports OT due to a technical issue, but here they are now, our ARH game of the week from last night in Whitesburg. Here, Letcher on the board first. Starting out in this game and looking for more was Gunnar Holbrook, who finds a wide open Gavin Brown for 6. Great celebration for him in the end zone, and those fans out in Whitesburg were happy to see him score. Hey,
rocking, ruckus.
You know what I mean? Getting excited. Hazard down 14-0, but they're not done yet. Max Pelfrey throws a bullet to Connor Holbrook, who gets the nice grab and the tutty. Hazard, nice response on the first. Letcher back on the attack. Gunnar Holbrook, don't confuse it, Gunnar. And he'll get the pump fake and looks down, and he'll find Wells, who sheds a tackle, and see you later. That's a touchdown. Cougars, they would not look back from there, and Letcher would run away with our ARH game of the week, 54-7. And Pikeville hosted the Raceland Rams in rematch of last year's 2022 Class A state title. Of course, the Panthers would strike first with a touchdown pass from Isaac Duty to Braden Hall, but the Raceland Rams would respond shortly after with the message being a Noah Wallace touchdown to take the lead 7-6. Tough defenses on both sides would force this one to end as a low-scoring game. But in the end, the Rams would avenge their loss to the Panthers in state championship by 1 point. Raceland takes the cake, 7-6. And here's an exciting game that I was at on Friday. Another great game. Bell County traveling down the road from us to take on Perry. And there goes the main man, Daniel Thomas, who scored the opening touchdown of this ball game for them to go up 8-0. Kaiser there, he's scrambling. And this will be a back-and-forth affair here, making big passes down the field to Noah Kilburn and Tyler Robinson. They kept things interesting at 8-6. Bell County would, of course, answer with a heck of a play by Bobcat QB Blake Burnett. He shook everybody, even shook me with the camera for a huge gain. This would set up Daniel Thomas to finish the job for a second touchdown of the night. Perry, they kept fighting and would score again as well before the half ended with a nice catch from Derek Fields and a tough run from their power back, Seth Jackson. He had some tough runs there. But in the end, Bell County beats Perry in a close one, 30-26.
Yeah, a lot of great games last week, Friday and today, of course. But we talked about it a little bit. Some teams that are surprising you, some teams that you kind of expected. And I talked about Clay County, 3-0, really good. Talking to you about a team that you've kind of been surprised about.
Surprise? I don't know about surprise, but I think I see a lot of teams that have untapped potential. So
Perry Central.
Perry Central is the one where I was like, hey, I need them to beat Bell so I can make my take look even better. They didn't, but it was close. They've had a lot of tough competition.
Games, yeah, a lot of comeback games.
And they just had pieces. Fields, Sloan, Jackson, they had players who step up on defense. They gave Daniel Thomas a tough time, even though they did score. But in the first half, they gave him a really tough time. So it'll be interesting to see how
next week
things develop. It's how some other teams develop as I get to know more teams around the mountains.
For sure, man. For sure. It's been a pleasure again, as always.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Friday with some more high school action.
Hey, a quick thing. Coaches, if you guys have a player that you want to shout out for a player of the week, feel free to reach out to us, DM us, call us, whatever, text us. We'd love to be there for those players. I'm Nate Johnson.
And I'm Armando Berry. Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Good night.